Now, the experiment is to show what happens when we mix baking soda and vinegar. Due to tiny reactions that happen between the two, it will make the volcano look like it's really erupting.
Oh, come on, Prof. I can't wait any longer. Let's do it.
Okay, you impatient dino. Here we go. So first, we add the baking powder. Next, we add some food colouring. And it's nearly ready to go. Finally, all we have to do is add the vinegar. Are you ready, Doug?
Yep, pour away. Oh, wow, look at it go.
And there you have it, our very own volcanic eruption.
Transitions are primarily about the passage of time. So we'll be in this room now, then it fade to somewhere else in Ormskirk, and that would indicate that time has passed and I've walked from here to Ormskirk. They work sort of for that purpose, but it can be something that is unnecessary. There's a really famous example from Lawrence of Arabia where back in the day you had to physically take two pieces of film, put them together, and then if you wanted any kind of dissolve effect, you had to go off to a laboratory and someone physically had to create that as an effect and send it back to you and see how it does. On a computer now, it's instantaneous, but because of putting that two together, what happened was they went from a shot of the character blowing out a match to a sunset. Now it would just, in the script it says cross dissolve, it just would have cross dissolved and it looks nice and it links the two together. But it having been left as a cut, so it just went from match to cut to sunset, it transcended that need for showing passage of time and space because the audience understood it. It's a set of rules to drive forward the narrative through editing and to hide storytelling within making cuts. It works incredibly well for narrative feature film. When you try to apply it to documentary or to short or something else, they're different narrative worlds and different narrative structures, and some of it starts to not be that helpful. But the critical one for me that works across everything is the cut should forward the story, that it should cut for a purpose and something that should happen.
An example of a style of editing is parallel editing, primarily used where two actions are occurring simultaneously but in different spaces, cutting back and forth from one to the other. It gives the audience the whole picture of the narrative and can create drama and tension from the depiction of two contrasting images. The two characters or events will accumulate to achieve resolution for the characters, or for you, the viewer.
Conclusive comment is, to be a good editor, you have to understand a number of things. One, what's wanted from you. Two, the basics of the technology, so you array around one piece of software, but most of them are the same now. There's a bin, a source, a program, and a timeline. They're all kind of homogenized into themselves. To be a great editor, you have to be able to take the raw material and take it to something more than just a collection of the shots in the right order. So time and space makes sense. You have to be able to bring some ingenuity to it, just some magic, and it's really magic that makes it more than the sum of the footage or the sum of the piece of music.